The sentencing phase for convicted murderer Gerald Goins has been postponed until next week.
Yeah, that postponement comes after the former HPD narcotics officer had to be wheeled out on a gurney due to a medical issue that he had in the courtroom. This case is part of our multi-platform comprehensive coverage that we call The Bench. Here's KPRC2 investigator Mario Diaz with more.
Today's dramatic turn of events have now postponed this trial until Monday morning. But when it took place, the state, led by Tanisha Manning, the chief prosecutor here, was really making a case to send Gerald Goins to prison for many, many years. But then, after hearing all of these comments being delivered to the jury with conviction by Manning, you saw Goins beginning to have his episode. Ultimately, the jury had to be removed from the courtroom, and Goins himself barely made it out. Then, a few minutes later, paramedics showed up to the scene and rolled Goins out to a local hospital. They took him where he was checked out. Again, a dramatic turn of events. We spoke to our legal analysts for The Bench, Goins, about exactly what took place.
I wasn't sure what was going on. I saw his lawyer holding on to him and looking into his face and trying to talk to him, and then I saw him turn to the left and his eyes were wide, his pupils were dilated, he appeared to have trouble breathing, and it looked like he was kind of losing control of himself. And I think his lawyer that was sitting right there was able to get the bailiffs, and once they looked at him, they figured out that something serious was going on.
The state can easily say it creates a problem for them because they were in a rhythm, they were in a zone in terms of developing their argument with the jury. They were connected with that jury. The jury was into it. They were going with them. All of that has now been lost. They have to recreate that moment when they were on the heels of a guilty verdict. And so that could be a problem for them. At the same time, it could also be a problem for the defense, and that will the jurors believe perhaps that was a production and it was not sincere? But on the other hand, the jurors could believe it was a sincere response to what Goins had just been through and perhaps create empathy and sympathy for Goins.
So the next step again is the return to the courtroom on Monday morning at 10 a.m. It is expected that the state will continue with their presentation, and from there it goes to the jury to decide how long Gerald Goins will spend behind bars. At the courthouse, Mario Diaz, KPRC2 News.